Hey, Shalom, Shalom Akim, wa Akwath. All right, this is a video here I'm doing through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai on this nature walk. I want you to see this is stagnant water, you know, and there's a lot of Israelites that are in the spirit right now of stagnant water. Okay, you notice the things that are on it. I believe when I looked it up, it was mosquito larvae or larvae from the mosquito eggs or whatever the case may be. But that's not the only thing. It's a lot of things that's toxic about this water because it's stagnant. Okay, the scriptures speak about the living water, meaning what? Constantly in motion, you're constantly moving, you're constantly giving edification, you know, to the body. You know, sometimes you get into a rut, but you got to shake that off. You know, you got to shake that off and do what we were put on this earth to do. That's to feed the sheep of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, and the more you do that, the more you feed the spirit. Guess what? The more it grows. You know, the more you feed it, the more it grows. The less you feed it, the more it withers away. And that's why Yahushua spoke about the one that had the one talent. He said, "Thou slothful and wicked servant." And then he said, "It should be taken away, even that which a man hath." Okay, so he took that talent from that individual and gave it unto the individual with 10 talents, which was doing the most work. Okay, that's what that's likened unto. So you always have to feed the spirit, you know. When you're feeding the flesh too much and you forget to feed the spirit, that's when you end up in those ruts. You know, and there's certain individuals that end up in those ruts and then they don't get out of it, you know. They don't get out of it, and what happens is they start to develop false doctrines, which are likened to these pollutants, you know, mosquito eggs and other pollutants in these waters, man, these stagnant waters. It starts to stink. Okay, so we can't be like that, man. We have to be in the spirit of constantly growing, constantly moving to the next level. You know what I'm saying? In this truth, you know, you shouldn't be in the same mindset or on the same level that you were last year. You know, there's a problem with that. You know, we're constantly supposed to be getting upgraded in the spirit. Okay, you know, he said the Lord said that he would make the ones that are in the truth as what, as a tree planted by the waters, the living waters. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Which means what? They'll be growing, they'll be deep rooted, they'll be constantly nourished, and they'll be constantly growing. Right? But the mass majority of these Israelites, they're not in that spirit, man. Okay? They're not in that spirit. You see, we mainly see the camp leaders making videos. You don't see the regular men making videos, man. And that's why they don't really have any understanding. You see the things they say, you're surprised, but that's because they're not dealing with the living waters. Some of them are not even dealing with the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai to begin with. And even some of them that are, they're not dealing with the living waters. Okay, they're not moving like living waters. They're not constantly abounding in the faith, abounding in the truth, living this word. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you should be feeling bad if you didn't do a video in even one day. Okay, you should be feeling bad. I feel bad when I miss a day of video. If I miss a day, 2 days of videos, hey, I feel terrible. So guess what? That's the spirit we're supposed to be in, of constantly moving, constantly growing. You know what I'm saying? So that Yahweh Shem Yahushua can allow us to abound. You know, and it's not just abounding in preaching the word, because the scriptures speak about him that is a preacher of the word. Not a preacher, but him that is beneficial to many, but to himself he is unprofitable, man. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to be like that. You want to be like one that practices what he preaches. Okay? Through the spirit, that's what we are. You see? That's where you get the word integrity from. Integrity meaning what? Whole. When you have integer numbers, those are whole numbers. Okay, not 1.5. That's not an integer. Okay? See? Integer numbers are whole numbers. Meaning what? Not only does he preach it, but he practices it. That's what makes him whole. You know, that's what makes the individual whole. So, yeah, man, you gotta constantly abound, man. And yeah, sometimes those demons, they mess with you, right? Because it's been a heavy, demon that tries to make you lazy. That demon is very annoying, and you got to rebuke that. Okay, you got to rebuke that, and you got to continue to do the work by any means necessary. Even Paul said, "What I endured all things for the elect's sake." Thinking about the brethren who have not heard this word yet, and that are going to come into this thing. Some of the brothers of the other camps that are still lost in false doctrine. We got to try to pull them out of that. So we have a job to do, man. The work is plenteous, and the laborers are few. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is not going to let our work go unnoticed. He doesn't notice our labors of love. It's not like it's going behind deaf ears, like whatever. Nah, man. There's a reward coming. You see? There's a great reward coming. Why do you think we do this? We do this because we know the reward is here. We know the reward is on the way. They do what they do because they're looking to feed the flesh at this particular moment, which we're going to see what the end of that is going to be. The end of that is going to be destruction and destitution. But us feeding the spirit, doing things that give recompense in the spirit. Guess what? We're gonna get the abundance when it counts most. Okay. During the time of Jacob's trouble, when the cities are shut down, when men are invading one another, you're gonna see how valuable it was and is to serve the Creator, man. To serve His Son. But our stock is about to go up, man. Our stock is about to go all the way up, man. Okay. And before these people know it, it's gonna be too late. You don't want to get in the stock when it's already at the top. You want to get it when it's at the bottom. But they're late. They're late to the party. You see. So we're gonna see what the end of them is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? God. That's for sure. One thing I know, you continuing this work, guess what? Yahweh Shai is gonna reward you. He's gonna be with you through that time. See, when all hell breaks loose, these people, their character's gonna change, man. That happy-go-lucky shit, that playing games, those pranks, all that's gonna go out the window, and people are gonna become very serious. They're gonna become very, very serious. When it's too late. When it's too late, man. So anyways, man, that's all I wanted to say, man. On this trail, it feels good. It honestly does feel good walking in the midst of nature, Akia. It really does. This is the first walk that I'm really doing in this kind of environment. And, with a purpose, I mean. And yeah, it's definitely uplifting for the spirit, So we're supposed to be around nature. Esau created a concrete jungle, which is really unnatural. It's unnatural. It's against the spirit. It's completely against the spirit. That's what Esau does. He arms the flesh, and he disarms the spirit. That's what he's all about. Because he's a carnal man. We are spiritual people. We are the sons of the Most High. Okay, spiritual people. They're carnal people. So they're gonna do what they do. And they're gonna build their society based upon that. Okay. All right. So, anyways, with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. Somewhat of a lesson dealing with the living waters, not being stagnant, but it's kind of just spiritual rant, really. And I'll say Shalom.